Yo, what's up, guys? It's the Anime Daddy. I am back again for another JJK review. Now, this is JJK Chapter 202. Just came out earlier today. Shout out TCB Scans down here. Perfect. Awesome. Shout them out. We get this cool cover page for the cover of Shonen Jump. It's just Yuji and Sukuna with this cool like paper rip effect over him showing Sukuna underneath. But really cool, really cool. Shout out TCB again. But we start off with this chapter. We go from a different spot from the last chapter. Because, you know, we were getting ready for the calling, like the new second stage of the calling games. Now we're cutting away. Lore dump, info dump. We get somebody who's talking about the past Star Plasma vessel. And the first half of this chapter is Star Plasma and Tengen heavy. But they're talking about, you know, aside from me, of course, just none with as much potential. Like there was nobody with as much potential as Amanai Riko, the past Star Plasma vessel that was in the Gojo past arc. Or I don't know the official name, but Toji had to get rid of her. You know, they had the religion cult. They hired him, and yeah, we know how it went. It'll actually be start of JJK season 2. But either way, we get to see it's Yuki who's talking to Tengen. They're having a conversation in this little Japanese room, and we get to see later what this room actually is. But to cut this short, because it's lots of dialogue, Tengen and Yuki are talking about how Tengen didn't merge with the last Star Plasma vessel. He doesn't really want to like halt his immortality because every time he merges with somebody, his immortality gets reset and he's like back. He's basically back to a more stable state. And now, I mean, obviously, well, not actually. I should correct myself. Not he. It's a she. We get it revealed later that right here on the bottom that you know she's a granny. But Tengen basically wants to have the flow of time just continue on him or her. Sorry. But like, why not? Like, why should I do this? And then Yuki basically is calling her out on all this stuff like bullshit because they got a past. They have a little bit of a past. But we get revealed that Yuki was a former Star Plasma vessel. I don't know why she didn't merge, but maybe this is the reason why she's special grade. She is the oldest, like as in like age-wise, she's the oldest special grade sorcerer. So it's interesting to see. But yeah, this is where this little scene comes to end. It's just lots of them talking about the Star Plasma and like justification for not merging and stuff. So we get this like noise that's about to happen. And Tengen, she's talking about I would have liked and to talk to you longer as Tengen's barrier. It looks like that they were inside of the barrier of like where the 1,000 doors and like all the doors are moving at once, like moving around. Like they see the barrier is sort of breaking, and I'm not sure if Tengen and Yuki can see this, but we see Kenjaku pull up. November 16th, 12 a.m. Noon, this motherfucker's pulling up. This is above the Tomb of the Star. There we go. That's the name, sorry. The Tomb of the Star. He's above it. He broke into the fucking the barrier. I really like this barrier design. I don't know why we get a double page of this, but it really reminds me of like something with Bleach. I don't know. I'm rewatching Bleach right now and just got my mind on Bleach. Kenjaku then goes on to say, "You outlived your usefulness. You can no longer hold my interest." Who's he talking to? Of course, our boy Choso, who we left there to guard Tengen. And he's just there. He's like, I'm not sure if this counts as like an interest, but like, I have a strange urge to kill you. And obviously, like, he wants to kill him because Kenjaku created him, and they have like, you know, they have beef because Kenjaku doesn't think too highly of him or his brothers, and Choso loves his brothers. But we get to see him. Choso's like, that talking thumb don't want to see him. And I love how this made it into the manga. Like, Tengen looks like a thumb. He looks like a thumb from Spy Kid, just with 4 eyes. But it's awesome. We get to see Choso referring to a thumb. But we get to see they're having a little back and forth. I'm sort of confused why Kenjaku's doing this, but like he's talking to Choso. He's having a good conversation. He doesn't really seem to want to kill him right now. But he goes on to say, Kenjaku, that the culling games has already served its purpose. So the main goal of the culling games is done. He's like, the preparation for all the merger of non-sorcerers in Japan has ended. So the preparations are done for his plan. This is so interesting because we assumed the culling games were going to go on a little bit longer, like with more of a tournament style arc, but no, we're getting it cut right in the middle. We got our first like round of fights and stuff, and then no, we're done. We're going into Kenjaku's main plan here to pull all the humans that are not sorcerers into one entity and make them one mega sorcerer. We'll see later, but Choso's like, yo, are Yuji and the others okay? He's obviously concerned for his brother, but it is hinted at. I'm not really sure if it's confirmed that Kenjaku is Yuji's mom, because we saw his mom having the line with the scars. So I don't want to get into that right now, but we get to see that Kenjaku's like, let me show you. And I'm not really sure how they get into this theater. Maybe it's just one of like the million, billion, kajillion doors that are in the Star Tomb. But he basically, Kenjaku, is showing Choso what is going to happen when all the humans get turned into this one collective consciousness. And, you know, he talks about right here on this page, he says he gets off topic, but he says, like, I was surprised when Yuki was worried about like Japanese people being used as cursed energy batteries and like as a use or as a resource, because, you know, he was coming up with that idea himself to give to the world governments around the world, not the One Piece world government, but the world government. He says, I got off topic, but from the beginning I worked with sorcerers, you know, because he is a sorcerer himself, I'm pretty sure. And if he's not, then he's just some god. But he continues to say, like, a new form of cursed energy could be like made from advancing cursed spirits to their height. And I mean, this is sort of like a conclusion you would come to if you were alive for this long. Like, man's been alive for thousands and thousands of years, learning about the intricacies of cursed energy and cursed technique and sorcerers and stuff. So he says, like, I had high hopes for half-breeds like you, like Choso, you know, half human, half cursed. But he's like, you're disappointing. You were all too ordinary. Like, and Choso obviously gets so mad because, like, those are his brothers. He has so much respect for his brothers and he loves them all to death because they were together for so long in the Jujutsu High storeroom. I'm pretty sure all the cursed rooms, 9 of them or whatever. He said, I'll kill you before this slideshow ends. And Kenjaku's like, fine. Like, why is he showing Choso this exposition dump? But either way, we see these really cool panels of what it would look like when Tengen merges with all of humanity, and we get to see these humans turning into like curses. It look like hay or something, but it all gets congealed into one huge fucking monster. And Isayama would definitely approve. Some Attack on Titan level stuff. And Kenjaku is basically saying, like, I wonder what it would look like what it would look like to see humanity combined with Tengen and make one huge cursed spirit, because I'm guessing that's what it would do. And then he'd be able to subjugate it with Gato's technique. But we to see his main motivation. He feels like a kid right now, holding a crayon in front of a blank piece of paper. He says, I am fascinated. That's all he cares about. Not really, I mean, maybe he has a larger plan, but right now, all we know is that he's just fascinated. And he's just curious about what would happen if this happens. But Choso even asked him, like, what's your motivation? He says, I'm fascinated. Duh. He says, like, this is a pretty cool, like, scene. He's like, I think it'd be fascinating to know for sure, like, what happens. He says, on top of that, what if the accumulated cursed energy of 100 million people is just a laughable clown face? Like, what if that is just the cursed spirit it becomes? Like, what? And then he says, I know I'd laugh. And he does like a little laugh. Shout out Roger. This is just reminds me of the I laughed scene or he laughed scene in One Piece. But we end out this chapter with Choso about to use his piercing blood because he's like, this is fucking stupid, bro. You're just fascinated. That's why you're going to destroy all the people in the world. But we just see the last thing. It says a strike of blood to end the slideshow. Man showed him. Kenjaku showed this dude a fucking PowerPoint, bro. A PowerPoint, and then he laughed at him at the end. But great chapter. Color pages on fucking point like usual. Amazing. I love the top one. This my Mads art, like that glass effect. Oh, awesome. But either way, thank you guys for watching. Let me know what is Choso about to get stomped. Let me know if he's about to get stomped, because I don't want to see him get marked. I love Choso. I want to see Yuki come up here and fucking beat Kenjaku's ass up, or at least save Choso. But let me know what you guys think. Is Choso dead next chapter? Thank you guys for watching. Like and subscribe, and peace.